What is the government going to do to make it easier for first-time buyers to get on the housing ladder?
We want to nearly double the number of homes that are being built over the next 5 years to reach 200,000 homes a year in England by 2020. But we also want to make sure that these are the right homes in the right places at the right price. So we're going to give local councils the ability and power to reserve a proportion of new homes on significant housing sites for first-time buyers, and we will ban buy-to-let landlords buying up those homes, depriving first-time buyers of the opportunity to get on the housing ladder.
The first thing we do is take away generous tax allowances from private landlords that enable them to outcompete you in buying homes. And then we bring in a government strategy to stabilise house prices in the long term. We'd reform the taxation system so that people stop buying up property as an investment, which drives prices up. We try to provide a long-term stable supply of the right sorts of homes that you can actually afford. So you might not get your home this year or next year, but under our plan you'd have more secure renting in the meantime, and eventually the housing market would sort itself out.
There are a whole range of things that we would need to do. So shared equity, shared ownership, rent to buy, making sure that, for instance, you bring down the price of lower cost bought properties by increasing the number of social rented properties, so you reduce that demand. That is amazingly important. We've also got the banks, some of which are in state hands, that can be told by government to be much more lenient and less fussy about some of the tighter mortgage arrangements for, let's be honest, people who are uncovenanted affordable properties. All those things will add up to a much better situation for first-time buyers.
Well, we're rolling out the new Starter Home scheme, which is 200,000 new houses specifically targeted at people who want to get onto the housing buying ladder. They're specifically limited to people who are first-time buyers under 40. We're also going to continue with our Help to Buy scheme, which is helping those folk who wouldn't otherwise be able to afford a mortgage. And of course, it's really important that we're building more houses across the piece. That's why we're looking to build much more on brownfield land.
What we need to do is promote the idea of Help to Buy. What we must do, though, is ensure that the British taxpayer is protected by introducing certain safeguards. For one, if somebody benefits from Help to Buy, then I think the result of that should be that they shouldn't be allowed to then sell the property for 7 years, as it's already discounted. The other factor is that we have no control at the moment, that the developers, the people actually selling the properties, are not hiking up the price in advance and then discounting it to participate in the scheme. So we need to introduce certain safeguards to make the system watertight. But the principle of helping people to buy a home makes sense.